Oh my gosh. Yes, they go off at the same. No! Oh my gosh. This farm, I hate. I hate this farm with every ounce of my being. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we are going to be doing something a little different because obviously we are not in the survival world that we are used to seeing me in. But today, we're going to be building three different farms, one in each different difficulty. There's an easy, a medium, and a hard. And I'm not going to be using any tutorials to do so. I just thought it would be fun to challenge myself to try to build a random farm. I've got three different wheels with 10 different farms on them, and we're going to go ahead and spin those now to see which farms we're going to end up building. Here we are in my totally awesome setup, which is totally not just three different wheels, but we've got the easy, the medium, and the hard. So we're going to go ahead and spin all three of these and see which from each list we're going to end up getting. We're going to start off with the easy, and here we go. Melon and pumpkins. Well, this is easy. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. It's not going to be too interesting of a farm. It's going to be very simple, but that's how all of the easy ones are going to go. And I do already know plenty of designs on how to make these farms, so it's not actually going to be an issue with no tutorial. But melon and pumpkins is the first one. Should we spin the second one now? Oh no. Okay, we're good. Wait, are we good? We're not good. Are you joking? Why is everything's messing up before I even start building them? What? Well, I guess we can spin the hard mode right now because my easy or my medium one just decided to disappear, which is wonderful. But here's the hard wheel, and we're gonna see these. I really don't know how to make, especially without a tutorial, except that one, obsidian. I think I can build. I think it's gonna be a little scuffed, but I've seen enough people build them to where I think I know the general concept. But who knows? Everything may go terribly wrong. But we're gonna see. And now I need to rebuild the entire medium difficulty because it decided to disappear. So I'll be back in just a moment after I've filled this back out. Okay, now I've recovered my medium difficulty, but I think this actually has 11, but who really cares? It's just randomized anyway. So we're gonna actually see what we get. And gold. Gold isn't too bad. Gold I can definitely make, but it is one of the easiest out of all of them. I mean, I've built plenty of gold farms before. Not in Java. I don't ever play Java Edition, which is actually what we're playing in now. But I think I did end up getting like the easiest out of all of them, which is really unfortunate. Should I respin? Here, we'll flip a coin. Hold on, I have to focus so that I can. No, not flip. Coin flip. There we go. Heads means we respin all of them. That one doesn't count because that one did automatically. We're doing 2 out of 3. All right. We do not spin. All right. We spin again. Okay. The coin has decided. We're respinning all three of them because they were just too easy. You know? We need some challenge up in here. Sea pickles. I've actually never built a sea pickle farm before, so we're already on a better start. I think it's still going to be really easy, but I mean, that's what the easy wheel is for. So, here we go. Medium difficulty. Simple mobs. Also really easy, but who cares? The most difficult one is really where all the fun's gonna come from. So hopefully it doesn't land on obsidian again, because obsidian's easy. I actually really want music discs, because I think that'll just be really fun to design. Oh, wither skeletons or wither roses. Alright. I have no earthly idea how I'm gonna do this. I've never built a wither rose farm before, but we're gonna figure it out, aren't we? because, well, we ain't got nothing better to do. We're gonna hop back into the world, which is in Java Edition. I think I mentioned that, but I always play Bedrock, so designing these are gonna be even harder because I don't actually know how Java Edition works. But we're gonna figure it out, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started with Sea Pickles, which I think, like I said, is gonna be the easiest, but obviously it's supposed to. It's the easy wheel. But oh, that is the wrong button. We're gonna figure out what we need. Oh, this looks different already. I don't even know where I am. I don't know where I am. There we go. Sea pickles. Oh, and I need coral, I think. Is that everything? And then I'm just gonna want some. Wow, maybe just searching is better because I don't know what cherry planks. Do cherry planks not exist? Planks. There. I don't know, but we're slowly figuring out. Oh, and I need water too. That's not what a W is. I'm not very good at typing, which is ironic because I play video games all day, every day. But now we can get designing this sea pickle farm. Oh crap. I forgot. I'm not doing very good right now. Hold on. This is gonna definitely take some trial and error. It might be better to actually build this underwater. But I mean, nah. Why would I make things easier for myself? What's the fun in that, you know? I'm not very good with redstone, so this might take a little bit. But I believe if you do this, this, and this, yes, I do know that much. That's good. But it's not going to work right there. So we're going to need to put it over here, I guess, like that. And then we can do, nope. What am I doing right now? Why is this the hardest part? Okay, now we have everything. Is this what's going to work? Is this how it's going to work? This might be too fast. Maybe not. Oh, yes. Way too fast. Okay. We need a slower clock, I guess. Own meal is what I need. How do I don't know how to. I have to do it like this? I don't know. I don't know Java well enough. That's plenty enough. I'm sure this is anything but optimized, but I think this will actually work. Will it? Who knows? But in theory, in my brain, this works. This might be way too slow of a clock, and it doesn't work. Oh, it does work? Works every sometimes? Okay, back to the drawing board, I guess. We're gonna see if this works. Need a dispenser. Because again, I'm not quite sure. Wait, can I just steal this dispenser? Because this has stuff in it. So, I don't know how this works. It might not work like this. But if I steal this dispenser, I'm learning, I think. Never mind. I'm not learning at all. Huh. I didn't know that's how that worked. That's not how it works in Bedrock. Well, I guess this isn't Bedrock, is it? This still doesn't work. Can I, like, put water in here so that it works? I think that will allow it to work, because this will always stay hydrated, I guess. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't see that coming either. There's gotta be an easier way of doing this. Okay, it doesn't have a collection system yet, but again, in theory, this should work. Will it? No idea. Well, actually, I think I'm gonna need to do this so that the pistons go off at the same time. I think that's how it's gonna work. We'll find out. Yes, they go off at the same. No! Why does it do that? Well, I get to rebuild the whole thing again. I'm so excited. Okay, now I have the whole thing encapsulated, and now it should finally work. It isn't working. Why is it not working? No idea. But I think I need to slow this down more, so we're gonna add some more repeaters. Now is it working? Sorta, but only when it wants to. Yes, it's working now. It's slow, and I thought sea pickle farms were supposed to be really fast, but it is working, nonetheless. This is a working farm, which was the goal. Now we need to turn it off and build a collection system for all these sea pickles. Except, some of them are just staying at the bottom, and some of them are floating to the top, and I need them all to pick one. I don't know what they're doing, but I need all of them to pick a side. Oh wait, I've got an idea. I don't need them to pick a side if... Crap, no, never mind. That won't work. Because I was thinking, if I just move this down one, because this doesn't actually need to be up here, I don't think, then I can just have a rail underneath. But I'm pretty sure if there's one that floats to the top and sits like that, the rail can't pick it up. So then it's still only picking up the half that decided to... What the heck? The half that decides to stay on the bottom. Hmm. I think we're just gonna assume that they're all gonna stay, they're all gonna float, because inconsistencies or what, like, don't work in farms, you know? But how is this gonna work? Because the other way it worked because there was only one block and then it could flow over for my one sea pickle. But this is just gonna float down. Like if I put block, oh no! You're joking! Anyway, I haven't rebuilt it. But anyway, if I put blocks here, it's only gonna flow to there. But what I can do, farm's already broken. I don't even care if water gets out at this point. Let's do this. What? Thank you. I don't know why it doesn't do that with the other three. What if I do that and then that? No. Why does it not do that? Someone explain it to me? If I do this, still just decides that it doesn't want to work. Why? What if I do this? Then it works. Whatever. Whatever got the job done. That's all that matters, you know? If it gets the job done, then who cares? Now, we need chests, and we need hoppers, and we can do... Wait, since I'm in Java... Yes! But, now, I can break that. Bang, bang, bang. That doesn't matter, because I can just put signs. Stuff to search for signs. Don't know where those are yet. Just put signs on top of all of these. I still don't understand why this isn't going anywhere. Like, there's nothing stopping it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But it doesn't need to. As long as the farm works. And now, it should work. I don't see why it wouldn't. But I don't really know. Haven't seen why it broke half the time. But it just keeps breaking. Finally. This. Never mind. It's not hooked up yet. This should work. Should. I don't know why it wouldn't anymore. It's not really working. It only works on one side. Why is that? Do I need to delay this more? Okay, now it works on both sides. Sea pickles are just flying past, though. But I think I can solve that with just slabs instead of signs. A working sea pickle farm. Finally. For being the easiest farm out of all three that I'm going to do today, that took a lot longer than it should have. But it is a working sea pickle farm. Can you compost sea pickles? Is this a new form of bone meal farm? Probably not. Because it doesn't make enough with one bone meal to work. I still haven't perfected a bone meal farm. The best one I've ever made is a cactus farm, which sucks. But I think we can now move on to what was the second one again? Oh my god, you're joking. Why does this keep happening? Every time okay. The middle one's just gone. I have to go back into. Was it Simple Mobs? I think so. I have to go back into my recording now. After going back into my recording, I just. We got Simple Mobs. And what I mean by Simple Mobs are like these guys. And skeletons and creepers and stuff. I don't know how I'm gonna do with spiders, but we're gonna figure it all out. And I mean, it's incredibly simple. I feel like everyone's built one. They're all pretty much exactly built the same. So we're gonna go ahead and go do that right now. Except I just have to go really far up into the sky to do so. I'm not sure really how high I have to go. I think it's like 128 blocks or something. Is this high enough? Hold on, let me check. Using F3, which I've never done before. We're at 211. And all the way down here is 73. Oh, if only I was good at math. Yeah, I think that's enough. We're gonna go up like 10 more blocks, because I don't know math. Oh, wait, it is enough. That's like 130 something. So here, we can build our killing platform, I guess. For all of y'all who don't know why we have to come up here, which is probably like a whole three of y'all, it's so that no mobs can spawn down there, and every single mob that is spawning in our mob spawner farm thing. So then we can optimize our drop rate. I also don't remember how high I'm gonna go, but I think so that they're on one health is in like the 20. I think it might be 27, maybe 21. It's one of those two. So I'm just gonna go up like 30 blocks. I was just that was 211, right? Oh my gosh. If only I had good memory. So now all we need to do is oh my gosh, I was trying to place like this. Java has spoiled me. No wait, Bedrock. Bedrock has spoiled me. Really should have thought of installing World Edit before making this video. Now I'm just gonna hope and pray that Bedrock and Java are the same and make this 8 blocks because water flows 8 blocks in Bedrock Edition. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't see why they would be different, but you never really know. I'm just gonna hope. Yes, it is the same. Okay, good. So this is about the entire farm done. It's actually incredibly simple, but right now we are missing one key piece, which is actually the reason why this farm works, and it's these trapdoors. And again, for those same three people I talked about earlier, these trapdoors are simply so that the mobs think that there's a block there, but obviously there's not, because you can still fall through a trapdoor. But in their coding, it's pretty much always open, so there's always a block right there, but it's not when it's closed. So they're gonna walk over it thinking that there's blocks there and they can travel across it perfectly fine, and then they just fall through. And that's how the farm works. There is one more thing that I'm curious about, because obviously I don't know very much about Java, and I'm gonna test that if I add a second layer, will the farm work faster? Because I think the mob cap is around 70. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I remember that from somewhere. Who knows? But I'm gonna test that if it actually reaches the 70 just from one layer, because there's nowhere else it can spawn, because it's why we're so high in the sky. Or if I add a second layer, then the farm will work faster. I have no idea, so we're gonna test it out. And with that block, the farm should turn on. So when I go down here, I should see mobs start to fall. But I am not. Did I seriously screw up a farm this easy? Is 40 blocks too far away? Is it too close? What? I wish I had my free cam, because I also have a mod for that, but I didn't install mods on this world, because I didn't think I would need them. Let's go further down, maybe? Am I too close for them to spawn? And I'm not in, like, a peaceful world. What is going on? This should be working. Okay. Yeah, that was just the problem. We're gonna go down to, like, right here. So it's just too close. So I'm actually gonna extend it, because I want to see them die. The farm stopped working again. This doesn't make any sense to me. What is going on? Is there, like, a perfect zone where I have to be at for them to spawn? Is it, like, right here? Because those were the three from earlier. Maybe it's just slow. Maybe one layer is too small. It's too slow. We're gonna add more layers. Now it's gonna be fast, you know? Oh, I found the problem. I'm not very smart, guys. Don't worry about it. I still thought it was day, to be fair. Let me set it to daytime and it'll be super fast. Sorry, when I said that, I got like really close to my mic. I did not mean to do that. So hopefully that doesn't sound terrible, but I got like extremely close to my mic when I said that we're gonna set it today. Now we're gonna see the farm work super fast. Watch. I think I'm still too close right here. Maybe not. I do not know. I don't think so. I think I'm okay standing right here. The problem was just that I didn't light up the top. It is still far too slow for my liking. So we're gonna speed it up by adding more layers. I think that'll speed it up. I'm not sure, but I think. And I really wish I had some world edit right now. Another problem is I don't know Java, obviously. And sometimes the blocks will place like super fast, and then other times they'll place like slow. And I don't know how to control it. I wish they would place fast all the time. Holy voice crack. I don't know if y'all could like hear that. That was pretty bad. Okay, now there's three layers to the whole farm. And I'm actually remembering to light up the top, so hopefully nothing can spawn up here and ruin everything like it did last time. But there are three different layers to the farm. and we're gonna see how much faster it is. Hopefully, it isn't just as slow, because that would be embarrassing. See, that's what I feel like the farm should always look like. It's just doesn't. I'm gonna optimize this farm. I'm gonna build a whole new one, and it's gonna be perfectly optimized. From what I remember, I think I have to actually go to the end. I think I've only ever seen one person build a wither. From what I remember, I've only ever seen one person build a wither rose farm, and it was in the end. I don't know how that matters, but I think we're gonna actually have to go to the end and kill an ender dragon to do it. Maybe not. I don't really know. I found out what the locate command is, so this is gonna make things way easier. If things would load. I knew my computer was slow, but jeez. Whoa, look, guys. I definitely found the portal. It was just out in the open. Who'd have thunk it? I haven't even started building the farm yet. I'm just having fun blowing the dragon up. What in the world is that? Why is everything purple? But I think this is actually what I need. I don't know how you break this in survival mode, and I'm not really gonna figure it out. Y'all can use a tutorial for that part, because I don't know it. But I know I can just do that. And I'm pretty sure that this is how they did it. But I need soul sand, obviously, and the skulls. And then, did they build it like this? I think? No, that's not right. Oh, that kills me too. Well, that sucks. But the important part is, it killed the wither. Now I can... Yeah, sure. My girlfriend made me brownies. These are so good and still very hot. But I'm gonna eat these real quick, and then I can play Minecraft. Okay, brownies eaten. Now, what? For some reason, something's telling me that this block has to be broken. I don't know what's telling me that, and if it's right at all. But something's telling me, and I'm gonna listen to it because trial and error. It was an error. Ooh, I did it. I think that's what I'm looking to do. Do I gotta kill that Enderman or something? What is it looking at? That guy. Like if I'm pretty sure the chicken goes here, it gets out. There's your answer. I think I think I keep thinking things. Rarely do the thought things work, but this time I'm thinking that I'm gonna just spawn an Enderman, like down here or something, for it to look at. No, if I use Bedrock, it's unrealistic and can't be used in survival. And I'm a tutorial channel, for sure. So it needs to be realistic. Enderman this time. Maybe chicken? Maybe some chickens in here? No, it still has no care for chickens. Oh, he's locked onto the chicken now! He can see this spot right here. He's locked onto that chicken. He wants that chicken. This is what we want. We want him to want that chicken. Just gonna place a bunch of these things, because they're gonna be laying eggs for us. Oh, I forgot that entity cramming exists. Java, why do you do this to me? But I want lots of eggs. Okay. Now, we can place a lot more chickens. Without entity cramming. Where are the eggs? Do these chickens lay no eggs? How many did I kill? Okay. Because this is how it's gonna have to work, right? There's no other way of doing this. Why do they just keep randomly dying? Okay. The pit of chickens is gonna constantly be laying eggs. Now this should work. I made a Wither Rose farm. Is it the most efficient thing in the world? Absolutely not. Because these chickens take forever to lay eggs. But will it work? If you AFK here for 3 hours, will you have withered roses? Absolutely. This was one of the most confusing farms I've ever made. Most of it was trying to figure out how to get this dude stuck and stay stuck. The trick was a chicken. It was always the chickens. Well, I guess that's the end of this video. Because that's all three of the farms. If y'all want to see this again, I would be very happy to. I actually had a lot of fun with this. And I want to learn how to make more stuff, especially in Java, because that has been a roller coaster. I have struggled with a lot simply because it was Java. Most of these farms, except for this one, I could make pretty easy in Bedrock, simply because I just know Bedrock. But this was difficult. And this wouldn't be possible in Bedrock because you couldn't trap it like this. I think it just goes through Bedrock and, well, in Bedrock. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Hold on, let me look away from these feathered beasts. Thank y'all for watching. This has been a lot of fun, and I hope y'all also had a lot of fun watching. I will see you guys next time with the next video. If y'all want a part 2, I would be happy to give one. Goodbye.